to work, so I'm gonna come back on here for the little travel for the road trip and say what I gotta say, man. I'm gonna say what I gotta say, cause it has to be said, bro. So yeah, like I was saying, Raider week. It's all Broncos country this week, regardless of like the records or anything, bro. This week is the most important week of the season to be 100% as a Bronco fan. We grew up hating these dudes. These dudes hate us. They're fans. It's not just a game. It's not just a game. It trickles all the way down to people you know. And especially out here, the Denver Raider fans, the ones that be out here, the Denver Raider fans that have had this aura of having a streak over Broncos country head, and they swore it was going to last forever. So this is more personal between the fans, more than just the teams. This is more personal between your cousins and the people you know that are your cousins. And I'm not talking about my cousins, but I know a lot of individuals that are Bronco fans have somebody that is a Raider fan, right? Somebody that you know that's been talking reckless for the last 6 years. That when they had the streak, all they did was talk reckless. When they had the streak, all they did was open their mouth and remind every Bronco fan out there that the streak was to stay. 8 in a row, that's what they would say. Sweeps, sweeps, sweeps. That's what they would hang their head on. Even if they had a bad season, they would talk reckless to Broncos country because you know why? Yeah, Broncos were bad. Broncos were down very bad because of our quarterback situations. And they wouldn't let us forget this. They would remind us every time, every chance we talk to Raider fans, they would remind us about the streak. So now the tunes have changed with Raiders Nation and everything with Broncos are changing, right? And now the Broncos have to make statements, bro. Like I said, and I know hatred is a word that's bad to a lot of people. But let me just remind you, bro, our slogan, when you're a Bronco fan, you're a Raider hater. That's what you're born to do is Raider hate. And now the cards are turned and you have the card to Raider hate because you have the firepower to actually your team's going to back you up. And this should be a guaranteed win. We just can't take it. We're not allowed to just go into this game and think we're going to, you know what I'm saying, take our foot off the gas. You got to go and put your foot on the gas and victimize these Raider boys, bro. This is for all situations, pride, everything, homie. You go in there and you got to victimize them in their house because they came to Mile High. They've been coming to Mile High for a long time, and they've been. You know what they've been doing to Broncos country at the stadium? They've been flying their flags. They had bragging rights. They disrespected the Broncos logo for years, and there was nothing that the Bronco fans could actually do because our team would not back up our words. But now we got Bo Nix and we believe in what Bo Nix is doing, and they got some fire to remind every hater out there the Broncos country's on a rise, and this is where it starts. Because all this other talk outside of the division and Sean Payton being NFC South champions because he ran through that whole division, this is where it counts, is when you slap up your division rivals. And this rival that we are playing this Sunday, this is the rival you want to slap them more than anything. Yes, you want to slap up Kansas City. I'm not gonna argue with you about that whatsoever because Kansas City has took the throne of the AFC West, and they got a lot of love from the NFL brand. So yes, you hate them. But what's greater than smothering a Raider on his home turf? What's greater than bashing out the Raiders on a Sunday when the whole national television is watching, bro? And you have a chance to turn the tides and get in this playoff aspect. And it all starts with the Raiders, because right now the Broncos are the 7th seed of the playoffs. And right now, the schedule, it gets a little bit easier, a perfect opportunity. Right now, you understand, Broncos country, we got the 7th spot in the playoffs. And right now, you can actually put your foot on the neck of the Raiders and just kind of end their whole existence of this year, because there's always next year. And yes, they're going to the draft hoping that they actually land a quarterback. When I look at that, it doesn't matter what quarterback the Raiders have, they will always be booty, bro. It doesn't matter the talent that they have, they will always be booty, bro. There's nothing that can fix that organization that's dysfunctional. It's been dysfunctional since Los Angeles, Oakland, Las Vegas, just dysfunctional. And the fans, they deserve better, but at the same time, it's not our fault as Raider haters that they root for a team and they stayed loyal to a team that's not loyal to them. They moved out of the only place that actually was ever loyal, Oakland, bro. That's their roots, not Las Vegas. Las Vegas don't give a care about the Raiders. Las Vegas ain't even allowing the Raiders to go to their own stadium because they jacked up the prices. And what the hell? Who's paying all this money besides invading fans and visiting fans to go watch people at the Las Vegas stadium, bro? Because ain't no real Raider fan gonna pay all that to go watch that pathetic ass product on the field. And yeah, and I'm talking out of pure hatred for the Raiders, bro, because when it comes to these two teams, I respect the homies that are Raider fans. I respect the Raiders Nation that I know, that I got personal relationships. I respect, but I definitely don't have no love. There's no love for that brand. There's no love for that franchise. There's no love for anything that has to do with the Raiders. So yeah, it's pure hatred. I grew up hating the Raiders. I will always be a Raider hater. I'm not friends when we play. Like, we're not friends about the football team. We're homies. But I'm always going to remind you how ass your team is when you're a Raider. Because what's funny to me is the Raiders had their opportunities since Peyton Manning to surpass teams. They had their opportunity. They had Derek Carrs. They had these squads. They had Cleo Max. They had these squads. They had Devontae Adams. They had Antonio Browns. And you know what it turned into? Absolutely booty. Nothing. And you got Raider fans preaching to their self, and you got Raider fans putting hope in a product that they know will always be ass, homie. Will always be trash. And the bad part about it now is that the Broncos have been down for a little bit, but not as long as the Raiders. And we're already turning the tide. That's the difference between the franchises. That's the difference between the organizations, why the Broncos are so much better of an organization than the Raiders, because we don't stay down like the Raiders. We find ways to actually bounce back. In our days of not good football, not skillful football, not putting product on the field, that's over with, homie. You got to deal with Bo Nix. And all the NFL, see, this is the thing, homie. When the Broncos were in this era, when Tom Brady was in the era, the Broncos had to save the NFL and the AFC against Tom Brady, and we had to eliminate his Super Bowl runs. So almighty Broncos country, you guys are all owe it to almighty Broncos country, because none of y'all sorry ass teams could stomp Tom Brady in his prime. And Broncos country in the playoffs stopped Tom Brady. If it wasn't for Broncos country, Tom Brady would have had 10 rings. Now we have to save everybody from Patrick Mahomes, because you bum ass fools that got hope can't even fucking stop Patrick Mahomes. So we have to be the savior once again as almighty Broncos country, and that's the truth. When Tom Brady was running the league and everybody was scared of Tom Brady and Tom Brady was slapping you fools up rigorously, the Broncos is the ones that saved everybody from Tom Brady's wrath of him getting 10 rings. It was almighty Broncos country that stopped him in the AFC championships. It was almighty Broncos country that stopped him in postseason runs. If it wasn't for Broncos country, Tom Brady would have had 10 rings, because all your franchises are booty when it comes to elite quarterbacks. So now the Broncos have let you guys actually have reign and gave you an opportunity to stop the top contender of Patrick Mahomes. And now Broncos country has to come and save the league again, because all your franchises are booty. All your franchises are trash. I've seen franchises that get overhyped every year and can't even stop one damn player, bro. Can't stop one player, a poster child. And now Broncos country and Bo Nix has to come figure it out for all of you guys. And that's including the NFC. That's including everybody in the NFC, because he done bashed the NFC out too. Like, you guys cannot stop this dude. So now we have to save the league again. We have to be the ones to put that on our back, because you guys are not capable of it. It's ridiculous to think, bro. Like, it's ridiculous when I think about Tom Brady's run, homie. Who's one of the biggest teams that stopped Tom Brady in postseason? Broncos country. We had his number, and you fools was all just sitting back on the sideline, letting this dude victimized, bro. What's up with that? You guys were over here letting Tom Brady run through your divisions. You were letting Tom Brady just slap you fools up. You didn't have no answer for Tom Brady, so it took Broncos country to actually stop this dude. So you guys owe us a thank you. And now we have to do this all over again, because your franchises are not capable. And you can say, yeah, you guys been booty for so long. That's all good and dandy. But we're definitely not your franchises that just stay down. And you know what? The difference between Broncos country is when we get in postseason runs, we make actually runs that go to championships. You fools get into postseason runs for all the wrong reasons, just to lose to Patrick Mahomes. You fools are garbage. All your franchises are garbage. Every franchise that talks shit about Broncos country being down, you guys are all garbage, because you can't stop Patrick Mahomes. So now it takes almighty Broncos country that just sat down and just chilled and try to rebirth and think about what was going on. It takes us to rebuild a whole foundation to stop the poster child, bro. While you scrub ass fools, and I'm talking to all you fools, I'm talking about a lot of these teams, especially in the AFC. Now, the NFC is a little different, but I'm talking about the AFC teams, bro. You fools allowed this fool Patrick Mahomes to run through all your teams. All your teams are trash. And now it's going to take the hard work from almighty Broncos country to come save the day, like we had to save the day against New England Patriots. Come on, bro. Get it together. Because when I feel like this, I feel like when the postseason comes, bro, you could have all the success in the world, Buffalo Bills, and I ain't got no problems with the Bills Mafia, but, bro, this fool Patrick Mahomes owns you when it's time. Meaningful games. You could have all the success in the regular season, but he owns you. Lamar Jackson, he owns you. You can't even win in the postseason, so all that regular success is for nothing, bro. That's the shit that pisses me off. Damn, daddy got to come save the day. Almighty Broncos country has to come save the day from Patrick Mahomes and save the league again, bro. Save the league. I mean, Detroit Lions is in same prediction as the Raiders. Damn, can we get some help? Can Broncos country get some help and just let us just relax for a minute? I know you guys are incapable of winning championships, like everybody, man. I know you guys are incapable and when I say incapable, look at your histories, bro. Look at your histories. Your teams, when it comes to meaningful football, you scrubs all just break at one man's hand. At one man's hand, you guys all break. You don't even win when it's important, bro. You win in regular season. You don't get a ring for that shit, man. Nah, bro, before that, we were still going to championships, AFC championships. Man, stop it. We were going to postseason runs before Manny. What are you talking about, bro? in the logic of a regular fan, right? In the logic of a regular fan, we were doing exactly what every other team does. All these teams that were we're still going to the playoffs. Do I have to remind you? Jake Plummer stopped Tom Brady in the divisional round, bro. Do I have to remind you? Before even that, we were going to war with the Colts in the postseason. Like, stop it. That's not factual. That's not factual. Do I got to remind you, Tim Tebow over the middle to Demaryius Thomas? Do I have to remind you of this? Do I have to stay reminding you guys, bro? The Jay Cutler days, yeah, that was like a little. How many years did Jay Cutler actually play in the league, bro, for the Broncos? Not too long, bro. Not too long. Not too long. If you look in the history of Broncos country, we're probably, before this era, we probably have the most successful seasons out of any franchise, bro. We were probably the top tier of what it is to be success. But this era here, and yes, but even in them seasons since John Elway all the way to Tim Tebow, we were still making playoff runs. 2005, we go to the AFC Championship, bro. And you know who knocked out Tom Brady? Jake Plummer, bro. Champ Bailey ran back almost a touchdown and knocked out Tom Brady because we had to save you fools. None of you fools actually mount to anything, bro. None of you dudes. If you're not a team that ever knocked out Tom Brady and you got slapped up, you're the reason why Tom Brady had all them rings. If it wasn't for Broncos country, Tom Brady would have had 10 rings by now. We had to save the day. We had to save the day, Rada. Not none of you scrubs. Not none of your scrub-ass teams. Tim Tebow had a way better run than the Raiders. Tim Tebow had more playoff wins than the Raiders. Tim Tebow, bro, Mark Sanchez had more playoff runs since early 2000s. The Raiders are the most dysfunctional scrubs in the NFL. AFC West kick toys, bro. 83 was the last time you went to a championship. And you've been ass ever since. You went to a meaningless run in the early 2000s, bro. Early 2000s. And you haven't won the division. You haven't won a playoff game. You've been at the end and the bottom of the barrel since early 2000s. You almost did it, but your scrub-ass team just fell apart. Derek Carr gets in a car wreck, and they fell apart. But logically, see, that's what I'm talking about. But logically, to most fans, playoffs is enough for you. We're talking about most fans that talk this shit about going to the playoffs. Just going to the playoffs to a lot of fan base is like success. I talked to a Lions fan, homie. Lions fan. They don't even believe they're winning the Super Bowl. So all this pointless shit that they be talking about, they're the juggernaut of the NFL. In the Lions fans' mind, they don't even have faith. They don't even have faith. Because you know why? Their franchise has always been NFL trash, and it's not going to amount to anything that's real. That's why when the Raiders, bro, had this success since Peyton Manning, we all laughed because everybody knew how that shit was going to turn out. It's not going to amount to shit. You're not going to win a division title. You're not going to win a conference title. You're not going to win a Super Bowl title. You can win regular season games, but nobody remembers that shit. Nobody cares. That's pointless when it's all said and done. And the Raiders have been pointless since '83, and they're back to being pointless while other teams are surpassing them. There's not even a hope for the Raiders this year. They're tanking. They're talking about tanking. I seen Raider fans say, let's not win the rest of the season. You know why? Because there's not even hope. When they play and they try to play, it's like they're not playing. When they play and they put their heart into playing, all they do is fail, bro. Failments. They're failures. They failed in Oakland and they're failing in Los Angeles. Failment, bro. You have to really think, bro, to be a Raider fan, you've been failed your whole existence, bro. You get up every year and you're just failed in a matter of 3 weeks. There, you get failed so much, bro. You are used to failment. So when it's talking about tank time, when it's talking about let's tank, that's the Raider aura. That's like, hey, that's what we do. We tank. We get number one draft picks. There's no talk about, hey, let's win this AFC championship. Because it's not in the Raiders. It's not in the Raiders, bro. Like it's always cute to see them win a game and then they get overhyped and it absolutely just crumbles. And then when they had this overhype this year about the defense, we all laughed and said, "Who's your quarterback, though? Who's the quarterback of the Raiders? Nobody's scared of O'Donnell. Nobody's scared of Gardner. Who's the quarterback for the Raiders, bro?" We all laughed, and everybody in the AFC West said, "These dudes really believe? Did they? What are they smoking fentanyl? These dudes are some scrubs. These dudes is booty cheeks, bro. They the booty cheeks of the NFL, and they back to being booty, bro. They back, and it's crazy because I can't even fathom this. The Raiders had their opportunities, bro, to actually do something, and now Broncos country. See, every Raider fan has experienced the Broncos being successful. That's another thing is too. All you Raider fans out there, you experience Bronco fans being successful. You've watched the Broncos win a Super Bowl. You can't say that for your own team, bro. And now it's backfiring because now it's like going back to the bottom of the barrel for the Raiders. There's no hope. Raider fans is talking about let's draft this dude, and they're already talking about the draft. That is so trash, bro. That is a pathetic aspect, man. You know what's so bad about the Raiders is that in '83 they had a lead on Super Bowl rings. '83, I think they literally had like a 3-0 lead on the Broncos with Super Bowl rings. And they've been bad so long, the Broncos caught them with rings, bro. The Chiefs surpassed them with rings, bro. Oh, man, my high salute to all you guys, bro. Don't take my word for it, man. But this is what has to happen, man. Bo Nix, Bo Nix, you probably never watched this, but I need you to understand, man. There's no kumbaya with these Raider boys, bro. You need to build hatred for the Raiders. Like I said it just a little bit ago. You need to have a bona fide hate for the Raiders. You're a Raider hater now. You're a Broncos country. You need to have a hate, bro. You need to go into every Raider game with hatred, bro. Pure hatred. Pure hatred. You want to dominate these dudes every chance you get. You want to slap up these dudes every chance you get. Victimize these dudes every chance you get. Let the fans remind the Raider fans how trash they are. You just do your job. You just got to do your job on the field. And I don't want a close game, bro. They don't deserve a close game. The Raiders don't even deserve a close game. You need to go and disrespect them on their home field. Like, you need to go over and slap them up like you did the Falcons. You got to keep that type of aura. There's no letting them fools play close. Like, nah, bro, they don't deserve that. They don't even have the pieces to even play close with you, Broncos country. They don't have the pieces. They don't have a team to compete in any way. Their only hope was their defense, and their defense is booty now. Like, they fouled off even with key players. So go blow these dudes out, man. Remind them dudes, bro, you're not on the level of us. Remind these dudes, you're gonna get probably a top 5 because just, and that's the messed up part is that the Raiders, they're in a lose-lose situation because they need to tank. They need to get a quarterback. And that's what it is, man. I'm at work. Come on, high salute to all you guys. Y'all be good. All right, y'all be good, man. You know what I'm saying? What's good with it, man? More high salute. Oh, hell no. Raider, hey, victimized, man. You booty organization, man. You hella vicious. Then again, you are being sincere about the Raiders, hey. Let's go, bro. Yeah, you heard what I said, hey Fizzle. We need to go victimize these dudes. There don't even need to be a close game. Like you need to go disrespect these dudes. We need to disrespect these dudes. And I hope some of the players just do some disrespectful shit on the logo. Like I wish the players just piss on that logo. I just wish, honestly, you know what I'm saying? Like we disrespect them to a point. We let it be known to the league. There's no pity on anybody, bro. There's no kumbaya on. We can talk the sweet talk after it, but we need to go slap up these dudes disrespectfully. I want to disrespect these dudes on game day. I want to disrespect these dudes. I don't want to go just play and have a good game. I want to disrespect these dudes where from here on out they have this taste in their mouth. It's just tastes like a bad taste where they're just like, ugh, I can't stand the Broncos, bro. That's how I want to beat them, you know. Mile High Salute. I'm about to step into this work site. Hope you guys are blessed. Until the next one, man. Y'all be good.